Hello and welcome to Nature Check's Arda Campaign, the show where you come for the game and stay for the science. Today is episode 42, which means we are now all officially friends. Ta-da!
And this episode is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
That too. That's why you're here. Hi, I'm Sheryl. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Dungeon Master for the Arda Campaign. I'm also a PhD candidate studying ecology at the University of Illinois in Chicago, and when I'm not doing research, I'm also a science communicator and the host of the Roving Naturalist on YouTube. And now, by popular demand, the next person to introduce themselves will be Peter.
Well, popular demand.
Because everybody complains if they have to go before you.
My name's Peter. I play Cedric. I am an entomologist. I do agricultural entomology, also take pictures of bugs. And my pronouns are he, him, and Cedric's pronouns are also he, him.
Then we've got Cindy.
Hi, I'm Cindy, she, her. I'm a science enthusiast and play an Andorian engineer over on Heroes of Awesome Constellation on the Weird Links Twitch and YouTube channels. Here, I am playing Nautia, the Water Method Druid.
Then there's Ryan.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I am a PhD in entomology, which means insects and arthropods and other things that wear their skeletons on the outside. I do entomology and plant healthcare in medical cannabis in Pennsylvania. And in our game, I play Fletcher, the human wizard, and we both use he, him, his pronouns.
Then there's Nancy.
Hi everyone, I'm also an entomologist. I live in Quito, Ecuador, where I'm actually back doing tourism. My summer is slowly filling up, so if you want to come to Ecuador and look at the bugs, well, you can come because you know a person now. I play Kae. She is an Aasimar rogue, and our pronouns are she, her.
Don't act like that's a shocking reveal, Peter.
I didn't know all along. It was a big surprise.
That she was an Aasimar or that she was a rogue?
Well, I mean, one of them there's a lot more evidence for.
it's the Aasimar.
Yeah, that was what I was implying, yeah.
And last but not least, our returning antagonist, Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andrew, he, him. I'm playing Mafock, he, him. He's a dwarf druid, I guess is the proper way to put that. I am from The First Watch, which is a TTRPG actual play that you can find pretty much anywhere on social via First Watch Show. And I am so excited to be here again. I'm a big fan of Nature Check, and I was really honored to be brought in as the BBEG. So I'm ready to screw some shit up. Let's go.
Some more shit up.
Some more shit up.
That's the energy we were
Just
looking for.
Just you wait till I wake up.
Once I'm not napping.
Fuming. Nadia's having angry dreams. If you are watching us live right now, hi Teal. Thank you so much for being here. The cast appreciates you being here so that you can use your channel points to help them tonight. And as always, if you have any questions for the cast, make sure to put them down in the chat so we can respond. And of course, be sure to check out the reference section down below for the social media handles for the entire Nature Check cast. And you can come hang out with us on our Discord using the link that's down there. Everything important is down there, except us. We're up here. Don't forget, if you're not able to watch us live or you want to share us with your friends, you can, as always, find the sessions for our TTRPG games in video form on our YouTube channel and in podcast form everywhere. We will be hosting a special one-shot next week on Saturday. Our two amazing video game streamers, Emily and Sarah, who you've probably seen on this channel before, will be joined by two special guests for a game of TRPG, but you get to be a cow, designed by Adrian Lum. It's going to be a super fun time, so it would behoove you to watch. That'll be next Saturday. That disappointment was all I needed. It'll be on this channel next Saturday evening. Come watch us be cows. It's going to be great. It's one of those...
While you're playing, you got to really make sure you milk all the puns you can.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ugh.
Peter quits right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking
Can I
about
have
it, yeah.
advantage against all attacks against
Yeah.
him
No.
because of that one?
Cedric just took 6 points of psychic damage, though.
Aw. Don't do that. I was in a game the other night where someone kept voluntarily giving themselves psychic damage and then they went unconscious. Stares at Andrew. Anyway,
Your puns were not good. They were not good.
I didn't invite you here so you could insult me.
He's the big bad evil
I
guy.
know,
He
I
has to
know.
be
He's-
evil to everyone.
He's doing his job. All right, let's
Yep.
go. Let's get into this. All right. You have come so very far from where you started. You met in a tavern, the Marked Bird in New Seychester, and fought to protect Leon, the elderly proprietor, from a pair of ruffians upset by the flavor of their fish dinner. You discovered that all of the fish being harvested from the Coquerel River seemed off, and then you found the river itself to be poisoned with some sort of pollution from upstream. You traveled across the river by ship, and then traversed no less than 4 ecosystems, meeting new and interesting people along the way. Finally, here in the desert, you seem to have found the source of the pollution in a mine leaking chemicals into an underground river. Unluckily for you, the mine appeared to have been laid with traps for unwary intruders, and the owner of the mine is still within. It is now midday on Salunum, the 8th day of Brightrun. Nautia is unconscious, or as we now know, asleep, and at the edge of the river. Kae is unconscious, or asleep, bound and gagged, and in the hands of the apparent enemy. And Fletcher and Cedric
Yay.
are engaged in combat with an elderly dwarf named Mafock. We're back at the top of the initiative order, so it's Fletcher's turn. As a reminder, there is a 10-foot pit behind where Cedric is standing. That is the black square on the Roll20 map. And also, the entire area is filled with obscuring mist. That's the big blue square. So it's very difficult for you to see anything more than, the next square adjacent to you. So, Fletcher, how would you like to start this off?
Okay. So I had just disengaged, sort of backed away from Mafock, who went over. I don't know. He stepped away from me, so I can't see him anymore because of this fog. I started to sort of retreat from where I came from, and I think I'm going to continue that sort of down this hallway, but sort of recognizing with how strong this mist is, I'm sort of recognizing. This isn't like, oh, something that happened in the mine. Like, this is a spell. This is a spell that wizards learn that I know what this is. And so I'm devising a little bit of a plan. And so I'm moving back, my full movement backwards down this tunnel. I'm still in the mist. I'm not out of it yet. But then forward in the mist, I am going to, in the tunnel that I just came down through, I'm going to cast Grease and grease the tunnel.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to do for my turn.
Okay. Are you able to draw a box so you can show what was greased?
I will see if I can while we do the next turn, and if not, I will let you know where to put the box.
Marvelous. Okay. So Cedric is casting his signature spell. Cedric, that means it's your turn again.
So to be very clear, Cedric and Fletcher have this guy cornered in this tiny, tiny room, and Cedric and Fletcher are basically shoulder to shoulder, and you are retreating down the hallway that is the only apparent entrance to this room, and so I see you leaving me alone in this room with Mafock.
You may have not really seen me very well before, even. We were never very close together in the mist. You probably heard me because I got into that little scuffle.
Mafock was a little bit
Mafock.
in between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have heard that. Like, you would have heard that going on, but because of the mist, you may have seen the outline of me.
And your lantern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've backed away. Can I still see Mafock?
You should be able to. He's sort of diagonal from you, so yeah, like you can see him, but it's not like great visibility in here.
Okay. And is my spiritual weapon still up?
Yeah, it should be. Did you? Gosh, I can never remember how concentration on spells works in this game. But yeah, if I don't. Well, he damaged your armor, so yeah. Okay, so then yeah, it's probably still up. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna attack him. I know he's like trying to obscure things, and I don't know what Fletcher's doing, but I know I know Mafock is in here, and I know he's got Kae, so I do.
You don't
right?
know he has Kae. You heard him moving stuff, but you didn't actually see what he has.
Cool. In that case, I'm gonna still attack him because he just destroyed my armor.
Okay.
So, and I just want to double check how spiritual.
That armor was noisy. I did you a favor.
That's true, but it had, I'd had it for a long time.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I am going to. So I don't get flaking from my spiritual weapon, right?
No.
Okay.
But that is the hammer-shaped thing in Peach on the map, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Peach is the color of Cedric's magic. I just decided that. Does a 21 hit your AC?
That for sure hits my AC, yes.
All right. You take 9 damage from my weapon,
Ooh.
my warhammer, and then I'm going to hit you with my spiritual weapon.
All right.
From the other side, which is...
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Another warhammer. I don't think anyone's surprised to learn that Cedric's spiritual weapon is a hammer. That's a nat 20.
Roll to confirm.
Ooh.
So 14.
Okay, plus what?
Plus melee spell attack. So I guess it's just my
14's my AC, so that hits.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is a confirmed critical. Yay!
Bring it.
Don't forget, you double everything in 3-5. That's the dice and any modifiers on the attack.
Ooh, okay, so do I get to roll 2 d8s, or do I just roll 1 d8 and double
You
it?
can choose. This is a stats question.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna roll once and double it.
Okay.
Oh, no!
And he rolls a 1!
I rolled a 1! Oh,
Instant regret.
Go back and take your stats class again.
Shame. All right. Plus my spellcasting modifier, which is a plus 3, so 10 total.
10 total.
Yeah,
Wait,
right.
Awesome.
3
A
times
1?
2 is 6 plus. Oh yeah, sorry, 8. Yeah. Oh, bless me. All right. Yeah, 8. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you still hit with a critical. That's great.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. That's it, Cedric, right? You made an attack. Your hammer made an attack. Are you staying put? Are you taking a 5-foot step anywhere?
I'm going to take a 5-foot step into the opening of the doorway to this room where I saw Fletcher retreating
Into the
I
hallway.
want to make
Okay.
sure that Mafock cannot get past me out of this room. So I'm going to kind of box him in, and I have no idea what Fletcher's up to. Hopefully not casting fireball down this hallway.
It just hits you square in the back.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a party member had shot me in the back, but you know.
Man, I gotta create a counselor NPC for New Sachester when y'all get home.
Gotta have
We
an
have
episode that's just
therapy
about
sessions?
squashing beefs. Yeah, we just gotta like have a squashing beefs episode. Thinking It's Always Sunny.
Cedric, would you move yourself on the map to where
Oh,
you're
yeah.
ending up? Thank you. Boop. Boop. Awesome. But diagonally, that was a 5-foot step, so yeah, you're fine.
Now I'm coming from 5e, So that would have provoked an attack of opportunity in 5e.
It's
Does
a
it not
5
do
foot
that in this?
step, so it does not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
sounds
say
good.
you're coming from 5e anymore. You play 3-5 on the regular.
I mean,
No
the
excuses.
majority of my play is
No
5e.
excuses. It's your turn.
I'm in the same camp as you, though. It's 5e is where my brain
Right.
is always starting at, and I have to be like, oh no, this is different.
All right, well, I just took a hefty amount of damage, so I'm
Yeah.
going to turn around. I mean, DM, let me know, like, as I was taking that damage, I probably would have turned around, so would I have seen him take a step away from me? Like, he's too far in the mist now for me to see him, but would
Yes.
I have seen where he went?
Yeah, like you could get a general idea of the. I mean,
Okay.
also like you imagine he didn't voluntarily step into the 10-foot pit, so like
I don't
really,
know. This guy does not seem like the most intelligent dwarf I've ever met, so you never know.
you got a general idea of the direction.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take, so I had a plan, but that shot in the back kind of messes with it. So I'm going to take a step forward.
Okay.
I assume at this point I see him
Yes.
if I step into range. And I'll just kind of look him dead in the eye and be like, "Should learn your lesson, young man." And I'm going to cast, let me pull up my list here. I'm gonna cast something fun called Call Lightning.
Attack of opportunity, Cedric.
Oh yeah, 3-5.
You
First
are
time this worked in my favor.
a jerk for casting Call Lightning.
That's a 21 again.
That hits.
4 damage.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that. 20. Okay. So I call down a 5 foot wide vertical bolt of lightning that deals 3d6 points of electrical damage, but it is a reflex save to take half.
And you don't have your armor penalty to your reflex save anymore.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's
Hey,
actually
see,
a
I'm
positive.
helping.
No,
Wait, was your reflex save negative before?
I think so, but it
Wow.
doesn't matter because I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
Roll some lightning damage. Oh boy.
I'm
12
laughing.
points of lightning damage.
Still standing in the like pile of rust that was my armor.
How much was that? Did you say 12?
12.
Nice.
12 total, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna kind of do that. I'm gonna do that thing where I've got my own war axe, right? So I'm gonna do that thing where I kind of spin it within my hands, so it kind of just, and then I grab it tight again and bring it up, face it off against you. And that's my turn.
All right. Yikes. He's getting really intense. Fletcher.
I love how I was laughing at Cedric for like being so terrible, but he is literally the only person who can save me right now. So I think I regret that decision.
We'll work on all of this later.
More
we got a
notes
lot
for the
of- lot to
therapist.
unpack.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, there a lot of intense things have happened at this party, and there have been really good conversations afterwards. I cannot wait for this one. All right, Fletcher, what you doing? Now that you've cast grease at that sort of like intersection. So actually, Cedric, when you kind of scooted diagonally to be in that little short hallway where Fletcher had been, you can see just in front of you that the floor appears to have his signature spell's effect on it.
I will not go any further down that hallway then.
Okay.
Oh man, that was Fletcher in the mist.
Yeah, and well, I don't know where you are. So I'm turning back around. I cast that, see I'm not being chased, and since I know this, I saw this as like, because Cedric, you climbed up here. I knew this hallway was the way in and out of here. So I did that at that intersection. I cast grease as sort of this intersection of little hallways that led to where you were, so that I could then walk back over and light the grease on fire with the candle from my lantern. Since I don't know you're there, because the fire burns away the mist at where it burns. And therefore, I wanted to clear this intersection so that if something else is coming, it can be seen where the mist is cleared. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Not knowing, Fletcher does not know that you're there. But luckily, it should burn very quickly.
I mean, yeah, it's burned very quickly every other time you've lit your grease on fire, so...
Yeah. And especially like here, I'm guessing, is this like are we somewhere in the cave that's super damp? Like when I did this on a tent and it took a little while to spread because it was like damp out, but is this damp up here?
It's underground, so yeah, it's a little damp, but also that was like where you had lit or where you had cast grease lit immediately, and then it was spreading through the canvas that hadn't been greased. Yeah. So like here there's no fuel for it to spread to, so it will the grease will catch. Yeah. Like a grease fire.
Yeah. So I'm doing that to create basically a 10 by 10 patch of no more mist where everything is visible. So that fire, but also visibility pops up right behind you, Cedric. And so you can see, you now would know where you're going if you went down this hallway since you
into fire.
Before.
That's
into fire, but that should burn out very quickly in like a turn. But it is fire right now.
Yeah, but you're right. It'll be until the top of the next round. But once it's done burning, there won't be grease on the floor anymore either. So your tush is a little warm right now. All right, Fletcher.
Don't burn my shirt. Paid good money for that.
And then I have a little movement left that I haven't used, so I am going to then back up a little bit too.
Cool. All right. You moved in, you lit it on fire, you're moving back out. Sounds good.
Signature move.
I love it. Cedric, all of a sudden the spot that you had just seen, there was grease on it, burst into flame, and you can see the mist starting to dissipate from the heat. And it is very warm right next to you, but it is also your turn.
Okay, so there's flames at my back, right? So I just look really badass,
right?
Hey,
you look really cool. Yeah, I just gave you a really good backdrop. So you got to do something good right now. Don't
like a movie.
Bring it.
All right, I'm gonna like kind of like you've just like swung your battle axe around. I'm gonna kind of like hold mine up too, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey Fletcher, there's a guy in here. I think maybe he kidnapped Kae. I just want you to know I'm in here too."
I'm like, I know, he already hit me!
Okay, he hit me too!
Oh my god. Best adventurers.
And then I'm gonna
be tired.
Oh, just like Nautia. I'm gonna make 2 more attacks with my warhammer and then my spiritual weapon. Oh wow! Why couldn't I have rolled that good on my
crit damage?
Yeah. So that is a 23 versus AC.
That hits.
For 6 damage.
Okay.
And then a 19 plus something.
Hits, yeah.
Which weapon was that?
That was my warhammer.
What does it crit on?
I think just a 20.
No, it just says _2 or ×3 next to it. There's no.
Yeah. Most of my Warhammer is a ×3 as well, so I assume that's the same.
Yeah. Cool. And then my spiritual weapon hits for a 2 plus 3, 5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Still a lot.
Just bonk.
From the front, from the back.
I kind of turn back and spit some blood out of my mouth. Grin back at you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Mafock, I'm assuming you have, because you were doing sweet flips with your warhammer or whatever, you have let go of Kae and she's on the floor.
Yeah, no, so when I got hit in the back, like I was in the process of grabbing Kae to do something, but when I got hit in the back, that put my attention back on this punk ass dwarf who's come into my realm.
Okay, this young
how is he looking? Like, is there any way to tell? Like, are you bobbing and weaving, or are you looking strong?
I look. I'm not bobbing and weaving. I've planted myself here.
Okay.
And I look like I'm gonna stay here. Like this is Cedric's last stand. If you know what I like, he's ready to stay here till he falls.
Okay.
And the fire behind him probably makes him look, even if he was looking a little haggard, probably makes him look a little bit more like ready to go than he would otherwise.
Yeah. I'm gonna call down another lightning bolt. So I'll need you to make another. I believe it's another dex save, right? Or a reflex save.
Reflex save. All right.
I assume it's every time and not just the first time I cast the spell.
I think it's every time. I'm trying to remember though, because that's a spell you can concentrate
you're like maintaining
on.
it.
You can hold. Yeah, that means that like because you took damage, you have to do.
Yeah.
You have. Oh my God, I can't remember what the skill is.
I took damage. Is my spiritual weapon still up?
Oh.
I'm looking. I have not played a caster that has been hit for.
We got lots of caster on caster action going on.
Okay, yeah. So, Okay, so so you should have a concentration skill, right? And you are trained in it as a caster, so.
Oh, look at there. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So it's Constitution based. So your DC is 10 plus the damage that you received.
Which was
10
12?
plus the total, or
10 plus the total. Yeah. Well, it says damage during the action. So I guess each attack is its own. Well, each attack from like Cedric, because one is a spell attack and one is an attack. So yeah.
Gotcha.
So you have to beat a 16 and a 13, I guess.
Natural 19. Okay. Ooh, and a 3. Ooh. So that's not going to beat some I call lightning drops.
And Cedric, what was the last damage you had taken? Do you remember?
I think 12 damage from the call lightning.
Right. Okay. So 12 plus 10, so a 22. Ooh.
Nat 20 for 25.
God! Wow. Okay.
Wow. Very extreme rolls for me this session.
Ones and 20s. That's all he's got. Okay. All right. So one spell fizzled and one spell is maintained. Cool.
Okay.
So
I need a new trick then.
So the mist is still up, but the call lightning has dropped. Is that okay?
Correct. So those little storm clouds that were forming up above you, you don't hear that little crack of thunder anymore.
Whew.
Well, let's hold on. That changes things. So give me a quick sec to see what I should do.
Now that we know how to do that, we haven't had casters getting hit that much in this game before, so now we know how to do that.
I mean, Fletcher's been hit a lot, but
well, usually just goes down.
Yes.
Well, and I also don't have many spells you maintain with concentration.
Right.
I mainly have instantaneous spells.
Yeah.
Don't have to maintain concentration on grease.
DM, if I do something that's a standard action, but I don't move, does that take away my ability to do any sort of other melee attacks?
Yes.
Or whatnot? Okay.
Yes. So basically, you can either do a full round action and up to a 5-foot step.
Sure.
Or you can do a standard action and a move action. But if you just choose to not do the move action, that's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. So I actually take my war axe and like clip it onto my back.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna look at you and crack my neck and grin. And all of a sudden my skin starts to turn this like greenish color.
Oh.
And get thick looking.
Let me find the.
And all of a sudden my form begins to morph and change, and you hear the crack of bones and sinew kind of rearranging itself as I wild shape into a crocodile in front of you.
But do you have to?
What is the size on this thing?
It is a medium animal.
Okay, so that is the correct size.
Wow, you found crocodile really quick.
I typed in alligator. I'm so sorry.
Unacceptable. We are biologists here.
Taxonomy fail. Taxonomy fail.
You can't even see the teeth and the snout. I don't want to hear it.
But now we know in our hearts.
All right, there you go. One
Okay.
alligator. You can control it.
I am a crocodile, thank you.
Whatever. God.
Can we ding real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to ding? Let's ding. No? Who wants to talk about crocodilians?
I have nothing to lecture on crocodiles versus alligators, so no.
Are we doing a crocodilian thing?
I don't know anything about crocodiles, so yeah.
Oh my God,
I mean,
entomologists.
They have teeth.
yeah. They taste good.
They're
They
very
make
good
sweet
parents.
boots.
Wow.
I think, isn't sex determined by temperature?
Yes.
Temperature regulated. Yeah,
Yes,
temperature
Sarah,
regulated sex
Sarah's very
determination.
disappointed in all of you right now,
That's what I was-
as our lizard person.
We had the same thought at the same time, Peter.
Hi,
That David
Eric.
Attenborough documentary that we had on VHS when I was a kid.
Oh, there
We
you
probably
go.
had the same one.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're not dinging, but now there's a crocodile. Ta-da!
All right, and that's a standard action, so that'll be the extent of my turn. So instead of facing a older dwarf, you are now facing a crocodile.
And actually, that worked out because technically stowing your weapon is a move action. So, hooray!
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Alrighty, we're back at the top of the round. For the player characters, so that's not Mafock, we have both a gimme a boost, so an extra action on your turn, and also a second chance, so an advantage on a check or a save.
Okay.
But yeah, Fletcher, it's your turn.
Okay. So the fire from the grease has gone out, and there's a
Correct.
cleared area
Yes.
present now. I guess. I mean, I know the terrain that just went through. Like, it's all these narrow hallways and things. So I guess if I can yell out, it's just like a free action to Cedric, and just to be like. To ask, like, do you need? Can I help? Can I get in there? Like,
Can I respond even though it's not my turn?
Yeah, you can have a very short conversation.
Please get in here! He just turned into some kind of giant lizard!
but he's blocking the whole hallway.
You're like a foot and a half taller than me. You can shoot magic over my head.
At so many disadvantages, that would mean I would never hit. Oh Lord. Here, wait, let me.
Poor Cindy.
Nautia, it's going to be so great when you're able to come in here and heal us all after we survive
I'm
this
gonna
fight.
be really impressed if the two of you continue, like, if you do the entire thing without waking the girls up. That'll be...
I'm literally looking at my coloring book that's just right over here. Like, can I go get some snacks?
Well, God. Oh,
It's fine.
I'm just like I'm so torn because I mean not knowing what's wrong with Nautia or Kae, I have no idea that I could just wake them up.
Right.
So then,
Question: When you let go of Kay,
Yeah,
had
that's
you already sort of picked her up?
that's what I had been asking. I don't think he had gotten her.
I don't know that I had,
Yeah.
and your call, DM, but I don't know that I grabbed her. I remember describing that I had thrown the tarp off.
Yeah, like you had been in the process, but like also she's bigger than him. So like for him to like have her in his arms is going to be like a big deal. So yeah,
Yeah.
he hadn't gotten quite that far, but that's why I had been asking. Good question.
Yeah.
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 yeah. Oh.
Sarah
I
would
guess
like you
I'm
to
gonna-
know that they're not lizards, but she's going to forgive Cedric for that.
I know that, but Cedric does not.
Okay.
Cedric has never
That's
seen a
true.
crocodile or an alligator before in his entire life.
That's true.
He has definitely identified plenty of things already.
That's true. Sorry,
That's
Ryan,
my
go
brand.
ahead.
Oh God. I guess. Well, so I step in there. I can see Cedric standing on the outside of where I've cleared.
Yeah.
But I can't see beyond him.
No.
So I don't have a target.
Right.
There's nothing I can do.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll be fine.
You won't be.
I'll let you in on a little something that a lot of people overlook in the player's manual. You can cast a spell and not release it right away. That's part of the reason concentration is a thing, is because you can cast the spell and be holding it ready to use.
Well, I think what I decided to do is kind of step up to the edge of the clearing around me, and I'm just gonna reach out and touch Cedric. And you feel yourself just get sort of warm and a little glow, and I cast resistance on you. So you get +1 on saving throws.
Awesome. Thank you.
We like a buff.
Is he not affected by his own grease?
It burned out.
It's burned away.
Oh, that's right. You lit it on fire, so
Yeah.
the grease is just gone.
Yeah, that yellow
Okay.
box now indicates a place where the obscuring mist doesn't
Gotcha.
exist.
Yeah, love it. Smart.
Yeah. All right, so you moved, you cast that. Would you like to redeem the extra action, or are you good?
Since you were just like, I literally can't do anything. Do you want another option to not do anything?
I think I'm gonna step back again to finish my movement. And I think that's it. I don't want to take the extra turn right now. Somebody else might need it to do something.
Okay, cool.
Like I don't know, a cleric who may need to heal themselves or something.
Speaking of which, Cedric, it's your turn now.
Oh, look at that.
Fletcher made you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Can I do that? Can I use that action to heal myself and still make an attack?
Yeah, you can use the action. How are you healing yourself?
I'm gonna cast. If I cast Cure Wounds spell on myself in melee, am I gonna take an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Boy, that's annoying.
Sorry.
Is it worth it? Like now I gotta think about it. Am I gonna heal myself for more than the damage I'm gonna take?
I could always miss. You never know.
You know what?
Tempting.
All right. When you started to transform and you just like got like thicker, it terrified Cedric. Like it was like having the fire at his back. He knew he couldn't back up, but he was like really having to like wrestle with himself to keep from like backing up from you, because like he's never seen anybody transform like that before. Has Nautia ever wild shape before in front of Cedric?
She doesn't have the ability yet.
He has never seen anybody do this before.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
really
He's
freaked out.
He's higher level than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
So yeah, I'm just gonna swing wildly at this terrifying like dragon lizard that has just appeared in front of me.
That's true. Yeah, that might be what you're thinking.
Yeah,
because,
I'm just like this thing is I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is even really a dwarf. This is like a monster. So I'm gonna make 2 attacks with my warhammer.
Okay.
Those are both 20s.
Wow. Not
Both
natural.
of them hit.
Not natural. Both of them hit. So that's 9 damage, 6 damage, and then another. I can't remember. It's plus my spellcasting modifier. That's a 22.
That hits.
For 5 more damage from my spiritual weapon.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Still an alligator, but only just barely.
Wait, alligator or crocodile? Now I can't remember.
Oh god.
Oh crap! I'm a crocodile. I'm so sorry, scientists of the world.
Sarah is absolutely livid. So disappointed.
You all did it to me. You inceptioned me with the alligator.
Sorry. Alrighty, yeah, so Cedric swung 3 times, mighty blows. Mafock, it's your turn.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, even I didn't hate that one.
Yeah, no, I'm here for that one.
Okay, all right.
Mafock is going to bite. Oh, damn. I hope your AC's low. That's a 13 to hit.
Well, without my armor,
Oh dear.
my AC is a 13.
Let's go.
He bites in just under where you're holding up your shield and shaking.
Yeah. So I'm still not used to holding my shield way down here, you know?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
drilled into me to hold it
Protect
up
your
like
knees.
this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, normally a dwarf's knees are not a prime target for attacks. Normally it's kind of a...
So to start, that's 12 points of bite damage.
Ooh, okay.
Just
Are you
Okay.
up?
Okay, I'm still up.
Okay.
For your spiritual weapon.
Oh, well,
So that's another
let me
DC 22. Do it again.
that's 11.
You can take
So-
an advantage. Somebody gave you an advantage on a check or a save. Depends on how badly you want to keep up your spiritual weapon.
I'm just thinking if I fall unconscious anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
18.
Nope. Not enough. Nice try, though.
And then as a crocodile, I have an ability called Improved Grab, which means that when I hit with a bite attack, I can use a free action to start a grapple without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yep. So that means, just like last time when the two of you were dancing on the edge of the pit, you now are making opposed grapple checks, right? So you can use either your dexterity or your strength, plus your base attack bonus for your grapple, but I bet you're going to pick strength. Because I bet your strength is better.
I mean, the modifiers are the same for me,
Oh,
but
well, there you go.
I mean, yeah, it's a 13 versus a 12. So a +1 plus my base attack, so +4.
Mhm.
That's a 12 total.
Natural 16.
Ugh.
Hmm.
You
Plus
have been grabbed.
a lot. So I like to think cinematically, Fletcher, what you see is all of a sudden coming out of the mist, this just large maw just and grab Cedric and yank him in, or begin to yank him in or whatnot. Where you had no idea there was a crocodile before.
Well, Cedric did yell something about a lizard, but it was very panicked, so...
True. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I would have at least a little bit of movement because I just took one attack and a grapple, so I could take like a 5-step. So I'll just pull him back if I can. I'll just pull him back a little bit into the mist.
Love this. The victim of the crocodile receding into the mist.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Like fingernails on the floor of the mine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're pulling him back to there. Okay. Perfect. Fletcher, that happened. Yeah. Nope.
I just wanted to say that there was like a thunder outside while this is all happening. And then I was like, oh crap, I have things outside that are drying. So I had to run and go grab them.
Kay's dreaming of laundry.
She twitches slightly.
Oh boy. Okay.
Save me.
Oh man.
So wait. Yeah, and I had a +1 of those saving throws. Is that right? From the resistance? That didn't help for either of those. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
would have needed to hit a 22. So the best you would have gotten is a 19. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh boy, seeing that, I don't know.
This is not my problem.
Oh. I think now I'm more like, now it's just like, we need, like, this is not going to work with the two of us. This is not, I can't even see what's going on. Cedric's gone. Like, basically now I feel like I'm kind of like alone. So I think I'm going to try to run back to Nautia. Because it's like, so I think, and I can use my action to double movement.
Yes.
And dash over.
You can.
I don't think I'll make it all the way back to Nautia. I can get there. 30.
Yeah, so you'll be like right at the opening of this tunnel where it
I will get to
gets
basically
to the,
like
the
here.
platform at the edge of the river where Nautia is. Yeah, but you're still a good distance away from her, yeah.
So yeah, seeing all that just happened, I was like, I don't know, assuming Cedric is dead or something, like run out, like run back through the mist, emerge out in the tunnel, and I'm just running back to Nautia to just be like, there has to be something I can do. There has to be something I can figure out. We need help. Still don't know where Kae is. Don't know where Cedric disappeared to into that mist. I don't even know what it looks like where Cedric went into. That could be a giant, like, cavernous hall or something. I don't know. It's always been
You haven't been there yet. That's right.
No.
Oh.
I basically got up into it, like the entrance way where you guys were, and the mist was already up. I have no idea what's in there at all. All I know is that it's up above because I saw it with Cedric when he climbed up there.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get back to Nautia.
Okay, smart. Cedric, you just got grabbed by the ankles by this creature, terrifying lizard dragon monster, and dragged a little bit of a ways back into this room. Make a perception check real quick for me. I'm asking you to make the check because, like, you're kind of distracted right now.
No, that's very fair. That's very fair. I was going to ask.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, as the crocodile drags you back into this little narrow room, you see Kae bound, gagged on the floor, unconscious, but she's in a corner of the room. That must have been what you heard earlier, was him uncovering her. However, you have a more immediate problem, which is, in fact, the crocodile on your ankles. Our lovely audience has redeemed both another second chance advantage on a check or a save and another give me a boost extra action for you. So Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Teal.
Stop it, audience.
Literally, everybody we'd already be dead in this game if not for the audience.
We would be in the bottom of that canyon.
Oh my god! Without the
we would be piles of bone, just like desiccated at the bottom of that canyon.
You starved to death in the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah, it would have been very Oregon Trail. It's been,
oh my god!
We would have been dead.
Restart the campaign. Yeah. Okay. So you have an advantage on a check or a save that can include a grapple check. And you also have an extra action. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So to break a grapple, that's an action, right?
Yes.
To try and break a grapple. And while I'm grappled, I can't move, but are my attacks at disadvantage?
Let me check on that.
I don't think there is disadvantage in 3.5.
No, there isn't disadvantage, but let me remember if you can actually attack or if there's a penalty. Yeah. Yeah, we don't do advantage, disadvantage. You have to do more math.
Not math.
No,
Biologist's worst nightmare.
I mean, definitely. Where is grapple? There it is. Okay.
I'm just thinking about being drugged by my feet and just thinking like I could just like swing at,
This is very horror movie-esque.
I mean,
like trying to kill it while it brings you into the pit.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So while you are grappled, you don't threaten any squares, so no attacks of opportunity. And no flanking. You lose your dexterity bonus to your AC against opponents you aren't being grappled by or grappling. So like if he had a friend, they could come over and smack you, and your AC would be lower. And you don't have any movement, but you can escape from a grapple. You can do that by winning an opposed grapple check. You can also make an escape artist check. That's it. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you can do. While grappling, you can deal damage to your opponent equivalent to an unarmed strike.
Oh, so I can just, like, punch it.
Yeah, you can make an attack with an unarmed strike, natural weapon, or light weapon. You take a -4 penalty on such attacks.
-4?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'm going to try and break the grapple, then.
Okay.
So that's another strength plus 4 plus... Or strength plus base attack plus...
A d20.
Nothing.
Yes.
Plus a d20.
Yes. Or if your escape artist is higher, you could use that, but yeah, okay. I didn't think so.
19.
Do you want to use your advantage?
No.
Okay.
So strike. If my strength is 19, that means my bonus is +4.
Yes.
So that's a 21.
Ah! Okay.
You have
Natural 17.
there you go. You have another.
Crocodiles are real strong.
Yeah. You have another action, Cedric, if you'd like.
Try and break free again, or punch it with a -4 penalty. I think I'm gonna try and break free again. I'm gonna try and break free again.
Okay.
Oh, that's even worse. It's a 12.
Do you want to use your advantage?
Yes, I do. Ooh, that's a 21.
Well, unfortunately, that's wasted advantage because I rolled a natural 2. But you are free.
But you're free.
I'm free. Okay. I guess that's it, right?
You're free. You could still move.
No, I don't want to. I'm good.
Okay.
But I am gonna call out for Fletcher.
What are you yelling?
Fletcher! Help! He's got me!
Fletcher, make a perception check.
$18.
You hear that sort of very faintly echoing through the halls, so it's a little difficult to make out what he's screaming, but he's screaming.
I'm still just like booking it towards Nautia, and I'm just kind of like, oh, at least he's still alive.
Excellent.
I'm kind of like, oh, I left, but oh, I didn't know. Oh, God. And I'm just going to keep going towards Nautia.
So much trauma. So much trauma.
Oh my god. All right.
Amazing.
Macroc, it's your turn again.
Macroc, that kills me. Macroc will bite him again.
Oh, rough.
Didn't see that coming.
That is only going to be a 10.
Ooh, no.
So, under my full attack notes as a crocodile, it says bite or tail slap. So I assume that means I can't do both.
Does it
on a full
say
attack.
you have like multi-attack?
No, it doesn't say
Okay,
anything about
then
multi-attack.
no, you can't. Yeah, it's one
Okay.
or t'other.
Okay. In that case, that's the end of my turn.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can't do a ton as a crocodile.
Nope. Alrighty. Fletcher, you are almost there.
Okay, yeah. So I just heard muffled Cedric sounds coming down from up above. But I continue out into the big opening with the river we were at, and I see Nautia still just laying there, and I think it's kind of like sliding into a base. I was like running, and I just kind of drop to my knees and just kind of like skid over, and I'm like next to Nautia, and I think I'm just like now so crazed of like what I don't know what's gonna happen. Kae's gone. Cedric is like thought he was dead, but now I guess he's just dying. And I think I just take Nautia. I think I just like kind of like grab Nautia by like shoulders, and I'm like sort of like forcefully like grab her and like shaking her. It's just kind of like almost talking to myself, like what are we gonna do, Nautia? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, even though she can't respond, and I'm like, sort of like, probably shaking her more than I should be.
Her poor
That's so
little
sad.
head. Her poor little head.
No, that's how much you should be shaking her.
Yeah.
So
But
she like, yeah,
Shake
Yeah,
her
she
and throw
may,
her up.
but yes,
she may
as
even
you
like, yeah.
vigorously shake your small water mephit friend, you see her eyes pop open, and Nautia, you wake up with your head just flying back and forth, and Fletcher has you by both shoulders. Yeah.
But then when your eyes open, then I'm like, whoa! And just like drop your shoulders, because I was not expecting you, because I was assuming this was a magical effect that I couldn't identify, because we had no other information.
I mean,
So I think
technically it
that kind
was,
of
but
happens.
yeah.
I kind of like fall back while I'm sitting on my knees. And I'm just like, but bad thing, it's happening. Cedric dying. Kae's gone. I don't know.
Where?
And I was like pointing down the hallway.
Amazing. Nautia,
I'm
roll
like,
some-
there's mist. I can't see anything. Cedric's in there. Something got him.
roll some initiative for me. So you can act on this information.
I always look at my initiative bonus. It's always 0. I will remember this someday. It's 8.
It's 8. Okay. Okay.
You're like, maybe it went up since last session. I don't know.
I just can't remember numbers for shit.
Alrighty, yeah, so Fletcher shakes Nautia awake from her, what would have been, what did I say, 5 hours sleep. So you're awake now. But before we get to Nautia, Cedric, it bit at you again, and you managed to dance out of the way. You've gotten a bit better at protecting your ankles now.
Sorry, quick question. Would he be prone or anything like that? Like, I'm a low creature, and I would have grabbed and
I feel
dragged
like
him.
because I was describing it as ankles, yeah, he's probably, you're on the ground, but, you know,
Okay.
you can still do things from there, but, you know.
Getting up is half my movement. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
I am gonna stand up, panicky, like a little bit, kind of almost just crouched, like swinging my warhammer kind of like back and forth, like almost at your face, like more just like keeping, trying to like keep you away from me as I stand back up, and hopefully maybe hitting you in the process.
So you're gonna try to hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. That's a total of 7.
Nope, that misses.
Yep. So these are very wild strikes, as I'm trying to just kind of keep you away, and also trying not to like smack Kae with the.
Yeah.
He's like,
the
no,
swing.
smack me, please.
She looks so
Alright.
defenseless, all tied up and gagged.
I mean,
I don't
You
wanna-
take 2 attacks, though?
no, he can't normally. He only has
Just one.
the one.
I just got
gotcha.
to the last 2
Extra
turns.
bonus. Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, clerics don't get multiple
Sure.
attacks per round until way higher level. Yeah. All right. Is that everything you're doing? I
I
mean,
believe.
like,
I
you can
believe so.
move, but-
I'm still like kind of like calling out for Fletcher, just like, get back in here! I need your help! Kae's in here!
Okay. Nautia, it's your turn. Fletcher has sort of info dumped on you and pointed in a direction. You remember going down that hallway, but you don't really remember what happened in that hallway.
We didn't get very far down it. We just got
No.
partway down.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even to like the window thing. Is
Nope.
there like light coming out from there? Like, do I see firelight coming from the not the long way around entrance?
The mist is like slightly lighter than the pitch black of the tunnels, but mist diffuses light very broadly. So like you can see light sort of in the tunnel where the mist is, but it's not very bright or very direct.
Okay, then I'm gonna Yeah, I'll just I can move to that higher entrance.
Okay.
So like, can I like fly down there and see it and turn and call that one move?
Yeah, because the mist doesn't actually obscure that little ledge
The little
area.
window.
So yeah, you can
Yeah.
use your what is your fly speed?
40.
40. Okay, yeah, so you can definitely get there.
So, like, it'll get me, like, right inside.
Yep.
So, and the reason I need to know if that's a move is because then I will use my standard action to cast Shillelagh, which I have been waiting for ages.
Yes!
My quarterstaff is out, and it's gonna be magic at the end of this round.
It's a better smacking stick. Awesome. All right. Now it's Mafock's turn again. The second druid has entered the fight.
Well, Mafock doesn't know that.
I know.
But he is going to... The crocodile, you just hear this low, like, kind of guttural growl. And then all of a sudden it spins real fast, and you get... Well, he's going to attempt to smack you with his tail.
Right.
Ooh, that is a natural 19.
That definitely hits.
Not a crit, but that's going to hit. Where's my D12? Oh, there it is. That's going to be 14 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I fall unconscious.
What are you at?
I am at... not -9.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Fletcher, it's your turn again.
Actually, also, I have one other piece of good news.
What?
I was miscalculating the damage on my spiritual weapons. You actually have 2 more hit points than...
Oh, that was very kind and honest of you.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's like, why would you tell him that?
You should have been like, I was miscalculating. You actually took 5 more damage.
Yeah.
Or you could
In
just not say
crocodile or
anything.
dwarven form?
Crocodile, I believe.
Crocodile form.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, because I was really low.
Well, you remember that this is not 5th, so you don't just, like, get the crocodile's hit points for free, remember, right? We talked about this. We had an extensive message thing about it.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm still using Mafock's hit points.
Right. You got
in crocodile form.
You get a few for going into wild shape, but you don't just get the animal's hit points.
Right.
For free.
Yeah. No. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like fighting through the animal to get back to his hit points.
It's
They're
still
all,
his
okay.
hit points.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. So since Nautia, now that I'm like, oh my god, like they were just asleep. What the hell? But Kae is still gone. I still don't know where Kae is. I'm gonna turn back, run over there. Since these things all sort of, things are happening in seconds of time, I'm gonna be kind of like, I imagine I'm kind of going down the tunnel like as Nautia's going, and I kind of like, as I'm like running past, I like am behind her and I point up to that ledge and I'm like, it's up there somewhere, up there, so that she kind of like turns and swoops up and goes up to do her thing. And I'm just dashing back over with my full movement, and I run straight back into the wall of mist that I was expecting to be there to try to search for Cedric.
Okay.
Search for Cedric.
Cedric.
The best Star Trek movie.
Cedric, do you have percentile dice?
No. Well, I do somewhere, but I didn't get them out. I can find them real quick.
Okay.
I can just roll 2d10. I can roll in roll 20. I'll roll in roll 20.
Okay. So you have a 10% chance of stabilizing. You can choose whether it's like, 1 to 10 or if it's 90 to 100 or whatever, but you have a 10% chance of stabilizing, so you have to pick what 10% it is first and then roll.
So I'm going to say if I roll under a 10.
Okay. So a 10 or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 27.
Cedric falls to -10 hit points.
He takes additional damage just because?
If you don't stabilize, you lose 1 point per round.
3-5 is the worst.
It's just crunchier and a little more realistic. Okay.
But there's Cedric blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, when the tail hit you, it would have splattered it all up over the
Ew.
cave wall.
Like
so
a
yeah.
Jackson
I definitely
Pollock.
have some brain damage there.
Okie dokie. Yikes. Nautia, it's your turn, and I just saw that Teal redeemed an extra action for you. So I guess you can go in and hit him real hard.
And the mist is still up, right? Like,
yes, so
I can't see.
You can see a hole in front of you, question mark?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see beyond that first square of hole. Yeah.
Okay. So is the black square the mist, or is it...
The black square is the hole. The blue square is the mist. The yellow square is a hole in the mist, if that makes sense. Wow, that was awful.
There's a hole in the mist, dear Liza.
Then, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go charging in, and depending on... I'm assuming, basically, do I run into Cedric or Crocodile first, or can I see them both?
You can see them both. Yeah.
Okay. Then first, I'm going to use my first action to hit the Crocodile with the shillelagh. 16?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That'll be 5 damage to you.
Okay.
And if I get a second action, then I will go ahead and Cure Light Wounds on Cedric. Which does 7 hit points back, which is not enough.
I have more than just light wounds, but I appreciate it.
No.
That's the best I can do, because I'm
Yeah.
only a level 2 druid.
Nadia, you cast the spell and it goes off, but nothing happens.
Yeah, that's okay.
So if
But
she
that's
doesn't
all I
do
can do
enough
at that
to
point, right?
bring me back up in one shot, it doesn't work?
-10 is death.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't know that.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, when I said it earlier, I thought,
Oh.
Sorry, yes.
Oh.
Nope.
-10 is death.
So,
But
like,
she
even
wouldn't
if
have
it had
known
been
that.
enough, it wouldn't have been enough.
Any healing that a dying character receives stabilizes them. So even though that wouldn't have been enough to bring, if he was still at -9, it wouldn't have been enough to bring him back to positive, but it would have stopped the dying process. But because he hit -10 first, he's dead.
Well, shit.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't sound very sorry, to be honest.
Yeah.
No. Not a goddamn thing.
Okay, but yeah, so you smack the crocodile, you tried to heal Cedric, and you realize when the spell doesn't do anything that there's something very seriously wrong. And now it is the turn of the crocodile that you just smacked.
It's a standard action to wild shape.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I can change my wild shape in a standard action, or do I need to bamf back to Mafock before I can bamf into something else?
That is a great question. It doesn't say you can't just bounce from one to the other.
Okay. In that case, I would change my wild shape from a crocodile to an eagle.
Okay.
And I would begin the process of, now that there's another person entering the fray who just hit me, my advantage has been, even with this guy dead, I'm not in a great spot and my advantage has been taken away. So I'm going to begin to, I'll move the crocodile as if it was flying.
I can give you an eagle if you really want,
okay.
Or you can just move the crocodile. Let's just do
I need to find eagle movement real quick. So speed fly is 80 feet. So I will begin the process of dashing. Well, it's my action to change form. So I would just use my 80 feet of movement to start heading down the tunnel.
Nadia, you
so
get an attack of opportunity as this crocodile come eagle flies past you.
You betcha.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I moved the card.
Hit him real hard.
19.
That's probably going to hit an eagle. Indeed, it does.
Yeah.
And that's another 6 points of damage.
Okay, unfortunately, the healing I got from changing my wild shape keeps me from going down in this moment.
Yeah, but feathers go flying.
Feathers go flying. I had 4 hit points left.
Ooh! So close, guys.
Yep.
Man. Fletcher, yeah, you hear some sort of kerfluffle happening in the room as you're coming back down the tunnel, and it is your turn.
I mean, I keep going where I went before, expecting to run in and continue a fight and help, and then come to an abrupt halt when I find Cedric. And nothing else going on in this little space anymore. And I don't really know what to do. So I don't think I do anything.
Okay.
Maybe he's sleeping. Hit him with your staff.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sleeping. Hit me with your staff.
Kae wants so
I probably still don't see you. You're in the corner with this
Right.
mist everywhere.
That's Kae in the corner. Sorry. She's so sad. All right, so Fletcher runs into the room and sort of stunned sees Cedric on the floor. Nadia, it's your turn again.
I have nothing to do but hit this thing.
Hit what thing?
Him.
Are you
The one that killed Cedric.
Are you chasing him?
Where did he go?
Oh, the
I flew 80
Sorry,
feet away.
I've been reading death rules and not following.
Yeah.
The crocodile
never mind
is
then.
where you were sleeping. It's all the
Okay,
way
yeah,
back
no,
up there.
then said you're 80 feet away.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm actually outside the mist now, so you wouldn't even be able to see anything.
But I saw you go out, right?
Yes.
You went toward
Yeah.
the exit?
Yeah,
and you're
he
flying?
moved in the direction
I moved
that you
past
came
you,
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. How far can I get? Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Well, he had to go past you, so if you have, what'd you say, 40?
Yeah, that's 25. So that'll give me 40 if I double. 10. Yeah, I can catch up to him. It'll take a double move, but I can catch up.
And, sorry, I'm trying to keep track of all the things that are being redeemed. Okay, yeah, so there are 2 advantage on a check or a saves active right now. But yeah, you can follow him.
If he moved past her, doesn't she get an attack of opportunity?
She did already. And
I did,
shit.
yeah, that was
hit
the
him
attack
real good, but
opportunity.
not
It wasn't quite
good
enough. Yeah.
Actually, give me 1 second. Actually, I'm just gonna move my 40, but that'll get me within sight, right?
Yeah, I think so. Where does that wind up putting you?
Let's see, because there's
There's
sort
like
of
a-
like
I don't think it quite does. Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
because that's 25
Uh-huh.
and then 15. Oh no, it doesn't quite get me within
No.
visual.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I'm just gonna move.
Okay.
Just gonna move and just be right on his tail.
Alrighty. You chase after him, furious, I imagine, waving your tiny shillelagh. And Mafock, I don't have a good pun for the eagle. It's your turn again. The tiny little creature.
Mafock.
Mafock. Okay, there we go. We got lots of good ones. There we go. That's what friends are for. Yeah, so the tiny little flying blue creature that, sort of rushed into the room at the last moment and smacked you with a stick is suddenly right behind you again.
Yeah, and I'm still an eagle, so I don't really have spell casting available to me. So,
Nope.
like, my best bet is to just keep booking it. With double movement, I can go, what's 80 times 2? 160 feet. So I can get pretty much anywhere.
So you're like crossing the river and going back out.
Yeah, I would imagine I'd take another attack of opportunity.
You do.
So
hit him, Nadia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You insist.
I do.
15.
That hits.
Alrighty. And 4 points.
Oh, how many? Oh my god. I have 1 HP left.
Oh my god! Oh!
And I can get almost to the entrance.
Wowie. Where did you... Oh my god, that was a
Yeah.
lot. Wow.
160 feet is a lot of movement.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Woo.
I'm like banking turns in the tunnel and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Fletcher. That's actually a great point. What does your... It should say flight and then the speed and then like perfect or imperfect or something like that.
It says average.
Average. Okay. Make a... Yeah, because you do have to do some fancy flying because these are
Sure.
very short corridors. I had actually
Sure.
said that it would be difficult for Nadia to fly in here earlier. So,
Sure.
Let's have you make... Gosh, I don't even know. To achieve that movement. Just do a... I don't know. I'm going to say reflex save because that's just sort of the easiest thing to do here.
Okay.
Um,
That is a... Well, I mean, I just have the eagle stats up, so it doesn't give me a ton of info.
it should have a reflex save for the eagle, though.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is a 17.
Okay, I am gonna say you can make it to like this corner
Sure, yeah.
because like I said, you carved these tunnels for you, Mafock, as a dwarf, not you
Yep.
to fly through, right? So yeah,
Absolutely.
It took a little bit of your speed away in order to maneuver carefully to not bonk
Yep.
your wings and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Fletcher, we are back up to you.
I think I kneel down to Cedric and thinking, yeah, maybe whatever happened to them happened to him, and try to gently give him a shake, see if he will wake up.
Okay.
And then I think seeing no response, realize what has happened.
Yeah, I think at this point you probably don't need a heal check to realize that, like, when you try to move him, he's kind of floppy. Yeah. There's nothing there. Yeah. Are you doing anything else, or are you just sort of being with him for the moment?
I think since I kind of walked in and knelt next to him, I've now noticed Kae.
Yeah.
And see she doesn't seem to have the same sort of harm that Cedric has, and think that she may be asleep and is okay.
All right. Would you like to do anything with her, or are you just sort of...
Am I allowed to do another action?
I
So
mean,
I kind of already did something.
it's not like you were already right there. It's not super actiony. Like you can check on her or do something if you'd like. Yeah. Like you won't be able to like all the way untie her kind of thing, but like you can check on her. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I check on her and then start to undo the, like cloth gag that she has, and then start to untie her so I can try to wake her up when she's not bound anymore.
That's very considerate. She is breathing. Yeah. Nadia. More feathers flew, but he still got away from you.
I guess I'm gonna just double move to get in that corridor.
Okay.
So that'll get me. Great. Out there.
Okay, right there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mafock. I'm assuming you're gonna try to get up and out this time.
I'll use my movement, to just book it straight down this corridor, and I assume the door is left open.
They closed it.
Oh, they closed it?
Yeah. And the ladder has been tripped.
Okay. Fudge.
Trapped in your own trap.
This got interesting. Okay. Well, I better back up and see how much movement I got, because I gotta do. I gotta potentially drop my wild shape. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, I wouldn't. I'd have dashed and headed, and I basically get to the end at the end of this corridor and bonk up against the trapdoor and realize in that moment that, like, I can't just fly straight out. So I also use my movement to dash, so I can't drop my my wild shape here and go back to Mafock either. So
Please tell me that did 1 hit point of damage when he bonked his head.
You don't want the door to kill him.
Yes, I do. I think that would be the most hilarious thing
absolutely
ever.
no dignity whatsoever.
No dignity. Escapes, bonks, gets hit by his own trap, gets knocked out, and falls to the ground. Hilarious. Yes.
Mafock will just stay there until his next turn if he gets one.
McFlop, more like.
All right. Fletcher, I assume with this turn you might be waking Kae up after you finish untying her?
Yeah, finish untying Kae. And now thinking, okay, it happened at the same time as Nautia. She must just be asleep. Definitely waking her up more gently than what I did to Nautia. And I think kind of, I'm also doing it sort of kneel down in between her and Cedric so that she does not see anything when she wakes up, because we are in this tiny room and she doesn't need to see that right away. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, the mist is still up, so she wouldn't either way.
Well, she's right next to him, but with
true.
Fletcher in between them. Yeah, because you can share a space like that with
the
party
mist.
members.
And sorry to interrupt, but the mist is not something that I can drop, correct? Because it's not a concentration spell.
No, it's like you cast it and it just sort of dissipates on its own.
It just stays there and dissipates over time. Okay, thank
and
you.
You said it was
duration.
You said it was what, 7 minutes or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a minute per caster level, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be there for a while. But Kae, you wake up, your mouth feels a little dry.
5 more minutes.
Yeah. Your mouth's a little dry, your arms are a little sore, your legs are a little sore, and Fletcher is sort of kneeling over you.
Fletcher, why are you waking me up? I'm so sleepy.
Okay, I know you fell asleep, you and Nautia, but we have to get up, and I need you to, I don't really know how to prepare you when you've just woken up.
For what? Where are we? We're in a cave. Do we sleep in a cave again?
We're still in the cave.
Did you also take a nap?
I didn't, but there was someone else in the cave. And we were looking
still in
for
the
you.
cave?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I just need you to, and I don't know what to say, and I kind of just kind of put my hand on her hand and kind of lean to the side and say, I think we need to go. We need to step away from here. Cedric's gone, Kae. We need to step out from here.
Before the two of you continue to resolve that, let's follow Nautia and see what's happening. So yeah, it's your turn now.
I can fly in a single turn 40 feet, which gets me exactly to that corner. So I now have line of sight on an eagle that I really want to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my acidic blob spell-like ability. This is a ranged touch attack to hit.
What's the range on that?
400 feet plus 40 foot per level.
Wow, okay, yeah.
I'm good.
Okay, sniper, yeah.
So, it was only a 13 to hit, but it's ranged touch.
So what's the
13
eagles?
just misses.
The touch?
Oh, touch.
Touch.
13 just hits.
Cool.
Splorp.
Yeah, 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's 2d4 acid damage.
I mean,
She wants to
well, I
overkill
mean,
you.
yes,
Let her
there's
do it.
Doesn't
negatives,
matter.
so yeah.
Let her do it.
No, there's
7,
negatives, so
negative
yeah.
6.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Now, so what'd you say? You did 7 damage, so now he's at negative 6. Okay.
Negative 6.
Would I drop the wild shape at that point?
Yes, you would.
Okay, so yeah, I come out of it. I like flop onto the ground as Mafock, just kind of hands and knees, breathing heavy, tunnel vision.
Well, you're unconscious now. Negative.
Oh,
Is
I am unconscious.
Negative is
Negative
unconscious.
is unconscious.
Yeah.
0 is still up, and negative is unconscious.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Okay, so I just hit the floor and then.
Yep. Nadia, your hit flies true, and he is face down on the floor all of a sudden. Hey, guess what, Mafock? That means you now get to roll percentile dice to decide whether or not you have a 10% chance of losing a
It's
hit
like
point.
karma.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a 72.
Okay, so you lose another hit point.
So I'm at -7.
-7.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're gonna. Fletcher and Kae are doing things in the room, so I hope you don't mind if I sort of fuzz out your turns for a moment. But Nadia, what would you like to do now?
Any healing will stabilize, you said?
Yes. And
That's not
You would know that.
back up. It's just a
Well,
0, right?
like any hit points you give them will undo the negatives, so like you can bring them back to positive, but like even if you only give them like a hit point, it will still stop them from dying. Yes.
You don't just want to kill me and let it be? You don't do-
No, because I have nothing to help Cedric and you might.
Oh.
So, that said, I have index cards that I very carefully laid out in piles, and they're all now in one pile, and I can't find anything.
Oh no.
I hate that I'm wasting this on you, but I got to use my other Cure Light Wounds to try to wake you back up. That's 3 points back, so that won't do it.
All right. So he's at -4 and stabilized. So he's not dying, but he is unconscious. That seems like an awesome, well, awesome is the wrong word. That seems like a convenient
Heavy?
place
Very
to
heavy.
take our halfway break. Thanks to all the audience members who showed up to help the heroes with some bonuses. I appreciate it. I'm sure they appreciate it. We're going to take our 10-minute break and come back and see what happens now that this combat appears to be over and Nadia has more or less captured the enemy that the group encountered in the mine. So yeah, go grab some refreshments or whatever, and please come back to see what happens next. Thank you. Bye. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking around and hanging out with us to see what happens in the second half. Why does it look like... There we go. Okay. Sorry, my Twitch wasn't showing that we were back yet, but we're back. Yeah, that was a heavy first half. We are going to pick up, the group has decided, with Nadia and Mafock. Well, she doesn't know his name. This random, very old-looking dwarf who came out of his second wild shape, and she kind of knows what that is, at the foot of the destroyed ladder. He had almost made it out of the mine. So Nadia, you cast healing on him to stabilize him. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull out my rope and just tie him up real. It's ugly. It'll be real bad. It's gonna be very uncomfortable if he wakes up.
Take his stuff.
Use rope.
Yes, I want to check to see what he has on him.
Okay, use rope first.
Mm-hmm.
And there are still 2 advantages on checks if you'd like. If you want to make sure you really tie him up good.
I have a +2 on use rope with bindings.
Oh, right, because method. Yeah.
His method. 11?
Do you want to use an advantage, or are you good?
I'm good.
There's lots of nodding
He's
happening.
probably not
from your
going
team.
anywhere till I get back over here anyway.
Okay.
It's insurance against something going very, very wrong when I go back to the others.
Sure. And now you're going to hate me. You want to search his body. You know what kind of check that is.
That's a search check.
Uh-huh. Sorry. It's
Hey, I
intelligence-based.
dumped so many of my ranks in it that
Did
it's
you?
only a 0. That it's +0. Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
literally where I've put all of my ranks. That and handle animal.
Oh, yeah.
What did I say? Search check, so it's +0. 13?
Okay. He's dead or unconscious, so it's pretty easy for you to sort of pat him down. Yeah. So he has 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds, which he didn't decide to use for some reason. No judgment.
Okay.
Wow, Zoom cut you off. You screeched.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I have thoughts on that, Dig.
He has, he's wearing this accumulation of sort of like leather and furs. It's hide armor, and it's very faintly glowing. He has a war axe kind of clipped on his back. It is also lightly glowing. And under his armor, like for his clothing, he has a robe that has all of these very strange, like colored patches of fabric on it. They're sort of haphazardly sewn onto this robe. And it is also, well, I guess each individual patch is also faintly glowing.
All right. Then for the time being, I'm gonna pocket the potions.
Okay.
And just sort of drag the war axe away from him.
Okay. So you just deposit it somewhere.
Probably just like down the hall.
Put it in the river. Put it in the river.
Well, no, it's glowing, so it might be useful. I thought about that and then was like, no, if it's magic, let's just in case. Yeah. And then I will fly back over to the rest of the party.
Okay. In the meantime, Kae and Fletcher, you had just sort of started talking to Kae, and then you sort of leaned to one side to let her get a better view through the fog. I assume you might be helping her sit up or something. Kae, you sit up and sort of take a moment to collect your senses since you were asleep, unconscious, something, and just past Fletcher, through this sort of weirdly thick mist or fog, you see Cedric lying on the ground with lots and lots of blood around him.
Why didn't you wake him up? She like goes over and like try to like start shaking, like give him a potion or something.
I think my focus right now is I like she's gotten up. I go up with her and I kind of try to do the gentle like touch like behind her arm to keep her going, just to get her out of here until we can actually talk and she can wake up and come about. So I'm like,
she like tries to fight against you and she like tries to run over to Cedric. Just wake him up. What are you doing? Why aren't we leaving? We can't just leave him here.
Okay, we need to go. We need to leave this room and go sit down. Okay, we have to move out of here right now.
But we can't just leave him here. We have to, like, he's hurt. We have to bring him down with us. How did you get in here? How did I get in here? Come on, we just have to bring him. He's fine. He's fine.
Just a little. We're not gonna leave him. We just a little that we just have to go down this hallway. We have to get out here.
But why won't you wake him up? Why won't he has to come with us. We can't just leave him here.
He can't come with us, Kae. We're not gonna leave him, but we have to keep going. Okay, we have to just keep following me.
Why can't we? When I don't understand. I don't get it.
Cedric's gone, Kae. We need to just leave right now. We're not going to leave him, but we shouldn't stay here right now. We have to go find Nautia.
She stops and tries to look around, but obviously it's very misty. So, but does she see any of the blood or anything like that? Could she stop and try and take in the scene?
Yeah. You have dark vision, and like I said, the fog is an obscuring mist, but at this point some time is passing, and so it's starting to dissipate because it was only going to last for 7 minutes anyway. So yeah, you if you're standing right next to Cedric, you can immediately see all of the sort of wounding on him. He's got at least 1, maybe 2 axe wounds in him. He has some burning on him, like he was struck by lightning. There's blood, and then as you sort of look around the room, you can see some sort of fight happened here for sure.
Kae panics. Can she cast that daylight spell? It's 60 feet of bright light.
Yeah.
So she just
let me see if that does anything.
I mean, it'll make everything brighter.
Right, I wasn't sure if it would if that would break the. It doesn't.
I mean, the mist works outside as well, so
Yeah.
It blocks even dark vision.
Right, daylight normally wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna say this is one of those sort of avenging angel ASMR moments. So yeah, you are very upset, the tea kettle boiling over, and so you cast this spell, and maybe the mist was at the end of its time, maybe your daylight has a little something extra behind it right now, but yeah, you're able to sort of blast the rest of it away with this very bright light.
And so the whole 60 feet just it is. So does daylight follow me? Is it around me, or is it in a spot? Because it just says 60 feet bright light, so I don't know if I'm the emanating 60 feet of bright light, or it's just here is the spot, like Grease.
Yeah, let me check. So you cast it on an object.
Okay,
so,
can I cast it on myself?
Yeah, you can cast it on your your armor or something. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that just happens. It just ends up all around me. And so because with dark vision I can't see color or anything. So I was I want to see what happened. Close your eyes, Fletcher. Your pupils are about to get burned out.
I probably don't. I was trying to get you out of here so that you would not take in the scene, and you're being Kae, you were stubborn, and if this just came out of nowhere, I would have.
Yeah, it would have just come out of nowhere. It would have just been so she just casts daylight. It's literally the sun is inside this cave right now, and she's glowing, and you can see everything, and she just.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll say, Nautia, you can see that burst of light happen in the tunnel as you're making your way back to your friends. Sorry. Keep going, Kae.
And she just stops and falls to her knees and just doesn't get up. Basically, it's just sobbing next to him. Cedric, why did you do this? What happened? Why was he alone? Fletcher, why didn't anyone do anything?
We were looking. He was protecting you. We were.
But where were you? Where was Nautia? Where was everyone? Why is he alone?
Well, I think Kae, it's really going to be best if we need to step away right now. This is a lot to take in and see and think about right now. And we need to just step away, and we'll talk about everything that happened while you were asleep.
Why didn't I wake up? I was so close. Why didn't I do anything?
There was nothing you could do. There was nothing you could do. You were captured. That's why we were looking for you.
She like lets you kind of like drag her away.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm like trying to like lift you by your arms and help, like still trying to get you away from here, because I'm also not really thinking that much right now. Like I just found all this too. And so logically I'm like just trying to get us somewhere that we can not be by what we need to process.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So
I'm like lifting like your arm, like trying to like help like get you to go, to see if you like, if I feel you're like finally gonna like agree, like that you'll go.
Yeah, like I'm still like resisting a little bit, but you can feel like that if you like tug a little harder, she'll like get up.
So I think we kind of move out, I mean, definitely out of the mist, down that tunnel, sort of where Nautia was earlier.
I
on the
I
other side of
blasted the mist
bridge.
away, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. The mist is gone. But we'll move out to where the big room, where the tunnel opens back up.
Yeah.
So we're no longer feeling this closeness, this like being encased in these little tunnels anymore.
So you're back out on that, like, the open platform next to the river.
Yeah,
Okay.
over next to the river. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at that point, I imagine that you sort of come back together, the three of you.
I just had a real dumb, unhelpful thought, which was, you were giving Mafock shit for not using his 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds. How many potions does Cedric have on his body right now? No regrets, though, Peter. No regrets. It's fine.
I didn't know how many were in Cedric's inventory. I did know how many were in Mafock's.
He mentioned it at some point a while ago, and it was a very large
It was
number.
like all of them, because we're like, give them all to the healer, because the healer needs to heal himself. Literally what we said. I'm just gonna like sit here and cry in the corner. Don't mind me.
Yeah, so when Nautia catches up to you, she's gonna just kind of land a little bit away and is just visibly seething.
Kae like doesn't notice. She's just like in a puddle crying.
He's back there.
Who?
Him. The one that did this.
Remember, it's okay. I said there was somebody else here. That's who Nadia's talking about.
Let's go kill him. Let's go kill him. She like
he's already
gets up.
He's already. I did.
Okay. Is he dead? Dead?
He's not dead. He might.
But we could
know
kill
something.
him.
Huh?
How would he know? He killed our best friend, and you're gonna.
He's
just
more
be
magic
like,
than me. He might know something.
and like he's gonna use it. If he killed Cedric, you think he's gonna like be like, oh, I got knocked out by like a pigeon and
can
her
try.
fire blasting friend.
He's also,
And
and she like points at the river. Also that. I don't know how to stop that either.
He may know about the poison too, Kay.
I don't care.
He's killing more people.
I also don't care.
Well, I do.
Then do something about it.
So I like look to Fletcher.
If we can get anything out of him, we should. But after that, or if he won't say anything,
Kill him again. No
I'll
problem.
kill him myself.
I can do it a lot of different ways.
I mean, you guys think that you're just gonna like fucking wake this kid up and be like, hey, you like killed our best friend, and so could you just like maybe bring him back to life? Also, can you fix this river? Like, Do you think people are just like, oh, I like had a brief brush with death. I just like woke up and now I'm like had a change of heart. Like, where do you guys live in a storybook?
I can be scary.
Okay.
So can you.
Okay. I still don't think it's worth
We
waking
have
him
to
up.
try something. We have to try something.
Well, I'm not going to try
Or Cedric died for
anything.
no reason.
I just don't think like waking up the person who killed him is necessarily the best idea. What is he going to do? Kill you next?
I'll kill him first.
I bet that's what Cedric thought. And where is he? Literally like singed in a puddle of his own blood. Would you like to take a look? I can escort you over there to show you what apparently this kid can do.
Already. We have to get back across the bridge. Are you coming?
No.
Fine. And I turn and start to fly back.
Tay, just wait here. We'll be back.
Yeah, that's what you said last time, and all of a sudden I was like asleep, and then I woke up and my best friend was dead. We had friend day like 2 days ago.
I'm walking after Nautia, I think, while Kae is still yelling at us.
I see Fletcher moving. I'm going to hang out and make sure he gets across the bridge, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm just not dealing with that.
Fletcher, make an intelligence check to see if you can remember the area. Because remember, you guys, when you crossed, you had sort of figured out a space that you had to walk around, but you didn't know where the actual trigger for the trap was.
22.
Okay, yeah, you definitely walk right around it. Absolutely purposeful, eyes ahead.
Kae, like, while they leave, Kae is just, like, screaming nonsense and, like, throwing anything she can possibly find at the walls, at the water, like, literally just making all of the noise.
There's lots of rocks to throw.
Excellent. She will be busy for a while then.
Okay. All right, Fletcher, you make it safely across the bridge. Nautia could have flown across if she wanted, so you're both on the other side.
Okay, Nautia, I agree with you that if there's anything we can find out from the sky about anything that's going on, Cedric, the water, we have to at least try. But we need to make sure we take every precaution to have him secured, and he's very clearly been using magic, so anything we can do to prevent the hand motions he may need to cast anything, or making sure he has no items on him whatsoever.
He's tied up. I tied him up.
And then there's all these there were all these extra rooms that we went by. I think if
we can pull him into one of those so he can't run as fast or as far.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and if maybe I'm not thinking very kindly right now, but if you agree, we could take him into the room with that liquid that hurts and use that to try to get information.
I was wondering
and if he won't
gonna...
and if he won't talk, I'm going to kill him, Nautia.
Oh my god, I was wondering if you were going to remember that. Holy crap.
We're going to fucking murder our guest. It's fine. It's all good.
I mean, I murdered one of you, so please.
Yeah, you did.
Turnabout is fair play.
Don't feel any guilt or shame.
I love how Kae is like, I'm gonna throw rocks, and Fletcher is like, we're gonna burn this motherfucker alive.
Right?
So yeah, I lead him back to the unconscious body.
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess we're going to be lifting just like by
Sure.
legs and arms, or just legs
I can
and
just
drag
drag
him. I say we just each take a leg and drag him down the hallway.
Bumpity,
I
bumpity,
like that
bumpity,
a lot.
bumpity. Mm-hmm.
And then we go into the room with the toxic water that hurts.
What did you name it? Wallace.
Yes.
They've dragged you into the room with Wallace. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
I mean, Wallace is friendly to me, so maybe he
No,
won't hurt
he's
me.
not. It's a mindless slime. Nice try.
I gave it a name.
I know,
Come
that
on.
doesn't mean it
Named
loves you
the
back.
slime?
That does
You're a
not mean it
crazy
loves
old
you back.
man.
Look, I've been here by myself for a long time.
And now you're with friends who are going to drown you in Wallace.
Yeah, once we get him in there, do you, the robe looks magic. We should take that off, right?
Yeah, I'd say we should probably remove everything we can. You don't know
Yeah,
where
so
he
like
may
I
have
point to
hidden-
the axe, which is like you probably crossed the axe on the way down the hall.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So all that's left at that point is the armor and the robe.
Yeah, but before he comes back, yeah, if we can remove as much clothing as we can and everything, being knowing magic that if he has a hidden supply of even the smallest spell component that he could do something with,
Yeah.
we don't want him to have anything.
Mm-mm.
Andrew is Mafock, boxers or briefs kind of dude.
Neither.
Oh,
He's-
good. Okay.
He's commandoing it.
Under the robe. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Love that.
Yep.
In Ecuador, one of the indigenous punishments is to strip someone down naked, and we have a stinging nettle here called ortiga, and you put the ortiga in cold water and throw the ortiga and the cold water at the person. And the Ecuadorian government allows indigenous communities to do that as they see fit to people who've committed crimes. So you see it all the time, like in Otavalo, it's like, oh yes, they made these people like I think there was one that I read, there was like a murder, and they stripped them down naked. They made them walk naked and barefoot down like near wherever, and like dig a giant hole, and like the whole thing they like threw this thing nettle and Ortega. I should find the article. It was like super interesting. But yeah, the
Damn.
government allows you to do that.
Yee.
So, yeah.
They murdered someone.
I mean,
so.
thank you for letting your indigenous people do their traditional practices.
Their practices,
I
yeah.
guess, but
Yep.
also yee. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Luckily, there's no stinging nettles around in this mine. So
Or in the desert. However,
the desert.
there are other things with spines
Oh,
in the
no.
desert.
cactus. Oh no.
There's also just being left in
Yeah.
the desert sun.
That's true.
That too.
Mhm.
Maybe
so I guess-
Nadia's eagle can like rip your intestines out every day or something.
Wow.
Is that Prometheus?
Yep,
This got real dark.
eating his liver every day.
Yeah.
So I guess we do that and ensure everything is he's tied up.
Everything else is like literally down the hall,
Okay.
and then just we'll tie him back up. But like it looks crazy. She, like, when he wakes up, it's gonna hurt because he's just bent in all kinds of ways.
Nadia, make a... Oh, gosh. Yeah, she's ready to roll. You don't have, like, a knowledge arcana, do you?
No, just nature.
Okay, then make an intelligence check. There are some advantages that you can spend if you'd like.
Okay.
This is basically to help you tie him up. I'll explain in a moment.
Okay. 11.
That's probably enough. Like, you saw him be an animal and turn into another animal. So you understand that, like, that's a thing he can do. So you are thinking about that as you bind him, basically with the idea that, like, regardless of what kind of animal he turns into, it's still going to have 4 limbs, and you want those 4 limbs to be disabled, is the idea.
Yeah, like, the hands are, like, tightly bound and behind his back.
Put the rope around his neck.
Is the rope around his neck? Yikes.
Sure.
Okay.
It does not look like anything that any sane person would do.
You can do a lot with 50 feet of rope on one body, I guess.
It's also, the rope has also been in the drink a little bit today. So it might still be a little acidy.
Nice try.
It's gonna be a little rash, I think. It's gonna be a little rashy.
It smells weird.
Sure does.
Yeah. Okay, so now that you've got him all tied up and you think sort of incapacitated and incapable of pulling any magic wily tricks, what would you like to do now?
Is there anything you want to prep, Fletcher?
No, not right now. I think if I think I would check I would as Nautia is tying the rope, I think just kind of like I would have made suggestions on the tying of the hands and things to prevent any movement based magic as well. Like, you know, knowing that it's like you can take away weapons and armor and everything, but if you leave any opening for magic, you know, a wizard may be able to do something. So I was kind of concerned with that to make sure he's incapacitated and as uncomfortable as possible.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm going to hand one of his potions to Fletcher to administer while I just basically stand there with claws, like, right in his face.
Okay.
So he will see that when he wakes up.
Okay.
Yeah. Then also, was it a potion of cure light wounds?
Yeah.
Light wounds, yep.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 plus 1 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1d8. Okay. That's 5.
You come back to positive 1, right?
1 hit point. Yep.
I bet that's exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, I come to and kind of and see the claws in my face and just kind of stand or lie there quietly. What?
You killed my friend. You ruined my river.
I'm sorry.
One or both.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
You killed my friend. You ruined my river.
The young man, he told me that the river was polluted, and then he pulled an axe and began to attack me. I
press my foot down on some part of his body to make the most painful stretch possible for how he's tied up.
I was defending myself. I'm so sorry.
We know Cedric, and that's not something he would have ever done to anyone, especially another dwarf. So basically, we know you're full of crap right now.
You killed him and ran.
Well, what the fuck would you have done? Stayed around for the entire party?
You're not getting out of this. I'd say, yeah, you're probably not getting out of this alive. But you can make a choice in how it ends. You can help us with these issues that you've caused, or not. And that might sway us in how we'll treat you going forward.
What do you want me to do? Bring your dead friend back?
You and like
You want me to fix the
claws
river?
are like can you?
I can do a great many things. Can't do much tied up like this, though, can I?
That's the idea.
Seems a bit of an irony, then.
You.
Well, you can talk, clearly, so talk. Do you have a way to bring Cedric back?
I know the person who does. You're not going to find them without me.
And what about the river?
Over time, I suppose it'll clean itself if I stop dumping my chemicals in. It's a shame, though. This is quite a lucrative operation. Could cut you all in.
You are killing so many people. Do you know? You don't. You don't care. You don't know. You don't care.
I look you right in the eye. I don't. But I'm the only one who knows the person who can bring your young dwarf back. So what are you gonna do about that? Angry blue thing.
She starts drawing blood, just a little, not like it's like
Like 1 hit point worth or not like 1 hit point worth?
no, not quite.
Okay.
It seems to me that you're the ones with the choice. Kill me and leave me here along with the bones of your friend. Follow me to salvation.
How could we ever trust anything you would say or where you would lead us?
I'd rather not end up like him. Suppose that's all the trust I'll be able to give you.
Nautia?
How far?
Not terribly.
How far?
A few days.
And if we went along with this, I'm assuming you'll be fine being just nearly as tied up as this the whole way. We'll let you move, walk, but certainly not much else.
Well, be nice to be able to scratch an itch every once in a while, but
Tough.
Nautia's got claws that can do that for you. You might not be gentle, but
who are you people? You come into my mind and mess with my things because of a little dirt in the river? Who are you?
You have
that could have been where it
the
ended.
Loge Dej through.
I see tensions are high. We'll have plenty of time to talk on our 3-day journey.
Nautia, should we perhaps knock him back out and go to Kae?
would prefer if you didn't.
I respond to that by just punching him.
Ah!
Knock him out.
You're out.
I'm out.
Yeah. Go talk to Kae.
So I guess, yeah, so we'll go back.
He's
to
not
Kae.
there.
Kay's not there again?
You're not
Kay's
where we
not
left
there
you?
again.
God damn it.
His twin pops out of the shadows.
We do it all over again.
Sure, leave the emotional teenager by herself. Good idea.
As if we weren't trying to get you to go with us.
I mean, she couldn't have gone
You left yourself behind.
out of the mine. She didn't go past us, so she's somewhere up there.
I'm guessing if we keep moving towards Cedric, we'll probably find her.
I mean, there's a giant bright light around her still. She's not very hard to find.
Oh.
That's true. You cast it on yourself.
I did, and it lasts for 40 minutes. I'm very bright.
So where do we find you?
Crying next to Cedric. Just like flopped on top of him. Like mumbling something about friend day and stuff.
Nautia, it might help if you go talk with her. She hasn't really...
Yeah. I walk over and I mean, Cedric's just still sprawled out, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I walk over and start kind of like I turn him over and sort of just sort of put him together.
Arrange him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You let this happen. Where were you? Where was everyone?
I was asleep. I got knocked out. I healed him as fast as I could get in here, and it didn't work.
But Kae, that dwarf who was in here,
He says he knows someone.
And you believe him?
I don't know.
We don't know if we can or not, but that's what we need to talk about. He may be able to lead us to someone 3 days away who may
Yeah, who
know...
will just kill us all instead?
Possibly.
So he's gonna like lead us to his friends, and his friends are just gonna like take his side and kill us all? That sounds like the best plan we have.
May not be a friend. He just said he knows who can help Cedric.
I mean, I could tell you that I know a guy, and it's like the guy who will kill you in the town. You just pay him like a couple dollars or a couple gold or whatever, and then like all of a sudden whoever you wanted is dead, or he's gonna bring us to a hitman.
Maybe.
That's the best you've got?
Okay, that's all we have.
I don't have anything else.
And if we all die, then Cedric just died in vain? But at least we fixed your stupid river.
We didn't, though. He won't tell us how to fix that either.
With no one down here anymore, it may return to normal on its own.
If I wander around sort of the space, can I see sort of where the bad stuff was coming from?
Yeah, you can make a knowledge nature check and we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay. 18?
Okay. So between the information that Pops gave you all about what this, what the pollution in the river was, and sort of having examined the walls with Cedric closer to the beginning where you were looking at like ores and veins of things running through, you get the impression that like some of it may just sort of be leaking out of the walls is the wrong idea, but like basically when water mixes with certain minerals in rock, it can form some of these compounds on its own. But then also in this room where the fight took place, you see vats of stuff that as a water method you'd be very familiar with. It's acid. So you think between sort of like some ambient drainage and also like this guy intentionally dumping stuff, that's what caused the pollution or is causing the pollution.
All right. So, like, if we just left it here, at least the worst of it would probably...
Yeah, you get the impression that, like, a lot of it, the dumping was probably pretty bad, but even if this is still just sort of left with water running through it, especially because, like I said, you see evidence of the water level changing at different points in time, that like as water flows through these mine tunnels, that it might sort of continue to pick up some of these contaminants on its own.
I don't know. I don't know.
What about you, Fletcher? You know everything.
Except when I don't.
Clearly never happens. You know everything all the time. What do you mean you don't know?
Things like this, it can't be up to one person. We have to know what we're going to do. We have to decide. Do we take a chance? Yeah, take a really big risk, or run the opposite risk and possibly miss out on someone that could help Cedric. That's unknown. There's no way to find out what might be true in that, or what we should and should not do.
School doesn't teach you this stuff.
School hasn't taught me a lot of what I've encountered in the real world.
Then why go to school at all?
I don't know anymore, Kae. We could also, if we take one route and go where this person tells us to go to meet this other person, we do have 3 days to potentially try to get more information, try to assess things better before we would get to where we're supposed to go. So if we use that wisely, maybe we can find out a little more. And there's nothing to say we can't change our minds later while we're on our journey. If we decide we don't trust him, well, we're out in a big desert. It's real easy to just leave someone behind.
Let's dump all this stuff in the acid. Everything.
Some of
Everything
it was
owns.
magic.
Dump it in the acid pits anywhere, or put it in the river.
Okay, would it be... Do we want to destroy the things just because he had them, or keep them and then potentially be able to use them against him, or to defend ourselves from him, or for good later on? We use those things and continue doing good in the world. That sounds like a lot better revenge than just throwing them in a river.
What did he have?
Armor, an axe, and a robe.
Can anyone use an axe? Throw it in the river.
They're magic. They won't just...
Maybe
break.
they'll wash downstream and someone that's not him will get it.
If we leave them here while we take him, he can't have them.
We could leave his axe. It was his weapon.
Okay.
A robe I can certainly use, especially if it provides some sort of protection later on.
Fletcher, make an intelligence check. I want to see if you would recognize the robe.
Yeah, I was wondering because that was part of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have really assessed the axe, but the armors I would have seen while we were taking everything. 14.
You feel like you might remember a professor at university, someone a little eccentric with a robe like that with weird patches all over it, but you're not really sure you remember what it was for.
I might sit with that later, like an Arcana check or something. I think when we're camping or something.
Yeah.
He had a light armor too, Kay, that might even fit you.
I will never wear it. How could you even just say such a thing? You want me to don the armor of our best friend's murderer? What the fuck is wrong with you?
As a rogue, you don't want to steal things from people who did harm to you?
No.
Then what are you doing here, Kay? Why are we doing any of this? If you refuse to do anything, every action is incomprehensible and you can't make a decision, then why are we here? Why have we lost 2 friends?
That's a great question, and I'm wondering that myself. Maybe I should just go home.
Maybe we all should.
We can make their deaths worthwhile. Or worth something. Not worthwhile.
That's what we're trying to pursue. Exactly what Nautia said.
I feel
we all seem to want to pursue things, and we've wanted to pursue things and to help you and discover things that have been going on. But every other day, it seems like you're the indecisive one. If you don't want to be here because of all of this, then what is this all for? Don't you think Cedric would want you to keep going and to find out as much as you can about yourself? You know he would.
I feel like Cedric and Lucanus are disappointed in me. Because I can't do it. You're right. I can't, and I am too indecisive. And this is all my fault. I did this. It was my stupid river. It was my stupid temples.
No.
I killed them.
They
No.
were never disappointed in you. They
believed in you. They believed
They
in you and you
followed you.
didn't.
They followed you because they know that you can do it. None of us would all be traveling together and be doing all of these things if we didn't believe in each other person who we've been traveling with. I mean, think we just met Nautia in a jungle, but we saw something in her. She wanted to help us so that we could help her, and we've been going through all of these things together. That's why we're carrying on, to make all of that worth something, just like Nautia said.
Okay, let's get this motherfucker. We're gonna tie him up real good, and he's gonna show us this dude, and that dude's either gonna bring Cedric back to life, or we're gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
I don't want to sit here for 5 more minutes, though.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. So I think we probably all sit down on probably legs dangling over the ledge over the river, just kind of tossing pebbles down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we've all gone through that and just had a fight.
Okay. Sorry. So after you rest there for a little while, what are you doing next?
I do want to circle back and see if Cedric had anything that we might be able to use.
And we need to find out, do we need to have Cedric with us? Are we traveling with
I can't
Cedric
carry him.
and the dwarf for 3
Can't-
days?
No, not in the desert. Can we?
We don't
We
have to.
could,
Yeah, we don't have to carry him. He was always complaining about that tent he has. We could have him lay in that and carry him in his tent, sort of on our shoulders, and we
We're
can put
in a-
half of it on the. We can put half of it on the shoulders of the other dwarf and make him carry half the weight.
I mean,
Could
we
we
could try and
give-
find a wagon or a cart. You think who even killed him? Whatever. I mean, you think he was just hauling shit by himself on his shoulders? Is a mine. There has to be a mining cart or something with wheels.
Or he may have something stored out on the surface too. But if there's, if it's 3 days there, do we have to just come back over 3 days to do something, or
They
do
should
we
just
need
be
to
able
have
to
Cedric with
wake him up
us?
there. No.
Well, then we need to get Cedric.
Let's find a wagon.
We can if we use the tent and tent poles, it'll be kind of like a stretcher. That's what I was thinking, a little, or even the triangular ones that people use that they strap on themselves and kind of drag the person behind. There's potential with the tenting materials that we could build something like that.
Gotta get him over the bridge.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I guess we do that.
Okay, so you're using a tent to sort of make I put it in the chat, a travois, to drag him out. Okay. Fletcher and Kae both remember the area of the bridge that you need to avoid, so you're able to do that without incident.
Kae takes a blanket and puts it over him. She can't process.
Yeah, I think we would have.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he's still in one piece, which is nice, but yeah.
But not by much.
I mean, yeah. Thanks for not dismembering our, cleric there, Andrew.
That tail did a lot of bludgeoning damage. His face is
Someone's
probably
gonna have to
not
censor
looking
that
great.
later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to get him back across the bridge. With a little bit of effort, you get him back up that little ledge and across what remains of the rubble, and back into the sort of, like, the first part of the mine, I guess.
I think we're going to need to also find out from that other dwarf how the ladder goes back together.
Have you looked at it to see if you can figure out how it worked?
I'm not
Either of
great
you.
with mechanical things like
The
that.
two of us that were down there initially definitely weren't really good at figuring that kind of stuff out.
I guess I could take a look at it. I forget which thing I use to figure out the ladder.
Wait, scrolling through notes. Please hold.
Would it be like disable device? Just like it's in reverse?
Oh yeah,
I think
disable
that's what it
device.
is. Yeah.
Yes, I have that.
Yes, you do.
17.
Where are my notes on the ladder? Hold on a sec. Sorry. Ooh, can't find it. What did you say? 17?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to use one of the remaining advantages, or are you good?
I don't know. That question makes me worry.
I mean,
I will.
I'm telling you that they're available.
Can I have advice from the peanut gallery?
What was the roll?
17.
We've got quite a few of those advantages stacked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use it.
I would use one.
I'm gonna use it.
Cool.
That was worse.
There's one more available if you want to use one. Or you can stick with the 17.
Peanut gallery. I'm gonna stick with the 17.
Okay. You take a look at the ladder, and you can definitely see that, like, the rungs definitely were rigged to all split in this way. Like, it's very obviously an intentional trap. It was built this way. You feel like there's an area maybe about 10 feet up that you're like, there's something different about the rungs here, but I can't quite piece it together, figure out what to do to sort of snap them all back in. Yeah.
Sorry, I got nothing. It looks funky, that's for sure. It has a trap in it. I don't know how to put it back together, though. Puzzles are hard.
Truth.
Well, if we have to get out of here to go wherever we're going to be led, I would think he'll tell us what to do to reset the trap to get out.
That's fair.
Do we go grab him?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're gonna need him awake eventually.
We don't want to drag him too. Not that he'll be much help walking, probably.
Just tie the rope around his neck and lead him like the dog he is.
Knowing that Nancy wouldn't even treat her own dogs that way.
Literally.
They're all real mad right now.
They're on the couch, aren't they? Yep, there they are.
Yeah.
Tapping into
Yes.
a lot of anger.
Dog on the fancy brand new
Oh,
couch.
such a good boy.
Yeah,
Poor
I
girl.
realized I was like, I think I bought myself a couch. I think I just bought an expensive dog bed, to be honest.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
And so when Nautia, we didn't roll damage and she punched him. Was it just like, was it actual damage, like 0 HP, or just like knocked, like blacked out?
It was basically enough to knock him to 0 and just like
To 0.
knock him out. Like he's not
Okay.
dying. He's out for the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just use a heal check to try to wake him back up, or do I have to
Yeah, you can do that.
expend more
You can do
magic?
that thingy. Yeah.
Slap him.
Yeah, slap him, splash some cold water in his face, whatever, you know.
Yeah. So, you want me to roll the heal check, or
Yeah.
can I just?
Healing slap.
Healing
15.
slap. Yeah. He wakes
15
back up.
is the DC.
How are you waking him back up?
I actually, before waking him
Spit in
up,
his face.
would have grabbed him by a leg and just dragged him to the base of the ladder,
Okay, so you dragged him all the way to the base of the ladder unconscious and then wake him up. Okay.
and basically like face him, so he's like facing the ladder, and the ladder's directly in his face, and then I'll sort of
Okay.
wake him up
Mafock, you come
and just say, "Fix it."
you come to sitting up facing your ladder at the entrance to the mine.
And like, you can feel the claws on your face again.
Well,
Same
that
side,
again.
so it's already a little tender.
It tickles.
Kay spits on him.
Ooh.
That's not very polite, is it?
She's meaner than me.
Your face isn't very polite.
She's
You were
madder
supposed
than
to
me
be in
too.
a hole. Looking at Kay.
Well, fortunately for me, I'm not. You are, though, because as you can tell, we're still at the bottom of this ladder that you need to fix.
Is it broken? Didn't
I don't know.
notice.
Are you so bad at building things that it broke?
Ladders are my speciality.
Nothing's
Such
your
a shame. Hard to
specialty
get out of
except
here.
for killing your friends.
There's a pin at the bottom of the rungs on the right side. Pull it.
Does Kay like have enough understanding of it to just do that with instructions, or?
Probably, but it's 10 feet up. So
Oh, that's right. I gave a different description.
you need like a box.
Naughty,
sit
I
on
would
or
have
something.
There's a pin on the side of the rungs. 10 feet up. Pull it.
You need like a box to stand on or something.
Can't Nautia fly up there?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, can I find it?
Sure. You don't have disabled device, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
And if I did, it's an int check.
Right. Yeah. So since you aren't trained in that, I guess we can just have you do an int check and see what happens.
Sure.
Good thing we saved one of those advantages.
I rolled an 18, so that's a 16.
Not bad. Not bad.
Do you want to use?
Nadia has an extremely specific set of skills.
Oh my god! I love this. Do you?
Tying people up in bondage, apparently.
Water or methods get +2 with bindings.
Yeah. Because they're tricksy little creatures. Do you want to use the last advantage, or are you good?
I mean, I am not lying about where the device is.
Yeah, like you
So
can
there's that.
you can see it.
And-
You're just trying to figure out exactly what you're supposed to do with it to, jimmy it back into place.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
The 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, like because he's giving you instructions, you're able to figure it out. It takes you a minute, but it's not like you guys are in a huge rush. So
No, you gotta pull it. You gotta pull it real hard. The whole mechanism pops back together with that. Put your back into it.
So I do the thing.
Yep, you do, and eventually the ladder, you hear a sort of like, almost like a clockworky sound, and all of a sudden all of the rungs sort of like snap back into place, and they're all solid again. And like now that you know that they come apart, you can very, very, very faintly see the seam in every rung, but like, if you hadn't been looking for it, which you guys weren't on the way down, you wouldn't have seen it.
Now turn the pin to the right and push it back in. That'll lock it in place.
There you go.
And I do that.
And you do that, and it is now disabled.
Does anyone have any water?
Not for you.
Again, with the manners.
You're lecturing me about manners and you killed someone? You can
I
just
offered him
shut the
tea
fuck
first.
up right now.
You offered him tea first.
The
Cedric
thing that's
was
just making
probably
me so
stupid
mad is
enough
we
to
don't know
take it.
any of that conversation he had with Cedric.
That's
We know
true.
none of it.
That's true.
Knowing Cedric, he was probably stupid enough to drink it.
Yep.
So now the three of us have to figure out how to get up the ladder, and we need to get Cedric and the other dwarf whose name we still haven't asked, and I doubt we ever
Fluffy!
will.
His name is Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Yes, his name is Fluffy. Hello, Fluffy.
Okay.
I hope that you like journeying with us. I hope that you're uncomfortable the entire way.
Looks like it's gonna be a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure with me.
I turn towards Fletcher. My name is Mafock.
Like I said, Fluffy.
I heard Fluffy.
That is what I heard.
All right. All right.
So now, I guess, out of character, meta game, like, so what, now we need a plan for getting up this
Yeah.
ladder. That's like a big,
Okay.
it's a very, how long was the ladder?
50 feet.
50,
I'll go
okay.
up top
I mean,
and
theoretically,
open the door again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll
Your bird
need
is still
another
there.
length of rope though, because my rope is currently occupado. Oh, I guess I
but
don't
he
need the
could
rope.
like
We have
shift
two
into
more-
an eagle, and that's smaller, so we could just carry him.
Oh, carry an animal shape.
But then he could change
Yeah.
it to something bigger too.
Okay, then we just like stab him in the face and he dies again, and then we try again.
He is bound. Like, even if he became something, like if he turns into another thing, it's like, oh, he can become a crocodile, but then he'll be a tied up crocodile,
Mhm.
right? And if we're carrying him up the things and he does that, he's just gonna fall all the way down to the ground and probably die. 'Cause we won't be
Oh,
able
he
to
should
carry
transform
him.
into like a bunny. Then he really would live up to his name of Fluffy. Wouldn't that be cute? Tell him to turn into a bunny.
I mean, I'm
I
right here.
kingdom
You
for
don't have to
polymorph right
relay
now,
the
man.
message. I can hear the
How
conversation.
long can you stay in an animal shape?
Oh, I can't do it again. I've already used up all my instances for... I'm gonna have to get some sleep first.
You were
then when you-
sleeping. You were on the floor. I saw you. You were asleep.
That
It
was
takes
less
longer
than
sleep
restful.
to get magic back.
So when you can, how long can you maintain that shape?
Good while.
Because he would be a lot easier to manage and keep track of if he were, like Kay said,
A bunny.
some little animal that we could carry in a sack around somebody's shoulders or something.
Would I now?
I'm gonna
No,
pop up
I'm just
top.
gonna
I mean,
hold you.
It's
And I'm
either
just gonna
that or
pet
die.
you the whole time and tell you what a cute little fluffy bunny you are.
Oh. Where are you
3
standing?
days.
Where are you standing in relation to me right now?
Oh, jeez.
I imagine Kay like walking up to him as she's saying this. Like,
I like just start touching his hair. I'm
I
like,
Oh,
spit
you
in
what a
your,
cute
I
little
spit
bunny.
in your face.
You're facing the ladder. Like you woke up facing the ladder. She's behind you.
Yeah.
Right, but I'll turn and spit in her face.
Good
She
luck
like wipes
turning.
it off, like keeps it in her hand, and then wipes it all over his face like this.
You get it all matted in his beard.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
You and I are
Um,
gonna have
I'm-
fun, aren't we?
I'm gonna pop up top
Uh-huh.
and open the door
Uh-huh. Your bird is still there.
and look around to see if there is in fact some sort of cart.
Give me a perception check.
Yo, you got a cart around here?
Yo.
Rolled a 20. And I cost +8.
No, I've been meaning.
I see everything.
Oh my
I've been
god.
meaning to get a cart, but I haven't had one. No,
Nautia.
You just like carry stuff on your back?
I'm
Are
very
you
strong.
old?
So you
Nautia.
have no transport through the desert.
My god. Nadia, next to the sort of like this big mound of dirt and rock and stuff, like I said, it's sort of like triangular and kind of like long. At sort of the far end of it, you see a little sort of like jumble of wood almost, and when you get up to it, you realize it's like a collapsible cart that you can sort of like pop back into shape.
Okay. Can I pop it?
Mhm.
All right. Then how big is it? Like, what's the capacity look like?
You're trying to figure out if it's like big enough for one of
A
these
dwarf?
Is it big enough
guys?
for one body or two?
It's probably big enough for one of them, not two of
But
them.
if the other one was a bunny,
I just stick my head back down and go, there's a cart.
Forgot about that. That's
You
right. I
seem
got
to
it on my
forget about
last
a lot of
trip.
things.
It's very new.
Of course.
I
you
wonder
forgot
if he
about
knows how to not lie.
I've been hit in the head many times today. You'll have to forgive
I can
me.
do you again.
Sure you can.
Kay just like reaches out and slaps him like as hard as she can.
Ooh.
I go
Look
unconscious.
at
Yeah.
that's new too.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't forget that one.
He just like, okay, you slap him and his eyes roll back in his head and he just falls over.
From a slap?
I mean, she hit him pretty hard.
She
He's only
just
got,
said as
like-
hard as she could.
He's only got 1 hit point. So. Yeah,
I'm just like
This is gonna
yo-yoing
be
back and
fun.
forth.
Yeah. It's a good day.
Oh god.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not actually.
So
I don't know if we're gonna solve getting up the ladder and out tonight.
right, that's what I was gonna say. This seems like a good place to pause, but I'd love for
Yeah.
Peter to come back to his chair for a moment.
Peter.
He's in his throne in the background.
Yeah, I know.
Brooding.
Come back to
So
the
much
regular
brooding.
chair.
I'm
And
back.
Headphones off for everybody but Cedric.
Cedric, are you disappointed in us? Are you disappointed in me?
Are your headphones off?
Cedric, you get hit and you feel the pain and then nothingness for a moment. And in that time of nothingness, your spirit leaves your body. And then you become aware of moving, but you don't really know where or when or how, and or even if you're still you. And then you are able to see again, and this is something you've seen just once before in a dream, but coming into focus is ground that is blackened, charred, ashy. The trunks of trees, no branches left on them, they too are burned and scarred. And a little clearer this time, rather than the way you saw it in the dream previously, there is, at the periphery of this burned space, a forest with trees that do have green crowns. And towards the center of what you realize is a circular clearing, there's a figure. Looks tall-ish, maybe more like one of your freakishly tall human friends than dwarf-sized. Appears to have arms-ish. Maybe it's hard for you to make out exactly, and the outline is kind of... It's not smooth, kind of rough or ruffled on the exterior, like it's fur or scales or leaves or something like that. And you sort of have the vision of this space for a moment, and then you are not able to see again, and you feel movement, and we'll find out where you're moving to next time. Nancy. Nancy. Hello.
Yell at her.
That's the danger of no headphones.
You just gotta yell loud enough that she can hear you in
Right, yeah,
Ecuador.
we'll yell all the way to
Yeah.
Ecuador. All right, yeah, so that is where we're gonna end this incredibly intense session that we had today. Thank you to everyone who came and hung out. It's so nice to see so many people watching. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you for staying with us as we dealt with all of this that happened, and we will continue dealing with all of this, on Sunday, June 27th, so back on Sunday at our regular time, unless Nancy has more tourism stuff. Well, you know how to keep track of us, the Twitters and the panels down below our Twitch. You're muted.
I might have, no, those are my glasses. I might be not here the 27th. I will let you know.
We'll figure it out. You know how to keep track of our schedule.
It's busy season!
Yay!
Yay!
Nancy's making money.
Yeah, we're just glad you're working and
Exactly.
doing tours and stuff.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. You guys are all the best.
But in the meantime, next week you can stop by here again on a Saturday night. Let me check the time so that I don't say the wrong time. At our
Or something completely different.
for something completely different. So back at our normal time of 6 p.m. Eastern. Sarah and Emily and two very special guests will be here to be cows. This is going to be really fun. It's one of those very casual TTRPG systems that uses very few dice, and you sort of make everything up on the spot right before you go. So you'll get to see me try to tell a story about cows off the top of my head, because I have no idea what sort of world for their cows they're going to build at the beginning of the session. So it should be...
It may not be as intense, but it will certainly be as moving.
It would behoove you to
I
come
said
watch
that
it.
already.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening. Thanks. All right. So yeah, you can come.
Hopefully you'll steer them in the right direction.
That's a good.
Please.
That's a good one.
We're dead. We're so
I'm
dead.
upset.
I have to listen to it again too.
Thank you, Cindy, for editing the podcast. Okay, yeah, so we will be back to do cow things next Saturday. And then, the Saturday after that, this won't be live, but I'm going to be DMing a one-shot for Andrew's show, which will come out eventually. I don't know when. That's not my job. I just tell the story.
Yes, we pre-record and then release things months later, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I'll tell you when that's actually published so you can go check it out. But I'm going to be running them on a vaguely ecology-based story. What a surprise. So, yeah, those are the things that are coming up in the near future. But otherwise, yeah, thanks everybody for being here. And sorry it was so feelsy tonight. But,
She says, not sorry at all.
Hey, did I bring in a cool guest to give you an exciting storyline or what?
I'm going to give you a new nickname every day. Your new nickname is going to be Chuckles.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Sunshine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Psychological warfare begins.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a 17-year-old teenager high up on emotions. Good luck.
She's had a rough week. She's had a rough couple of weeks, man.
She's had a rough couple weeks.
Yeah, this is gonna
You
be
tangled with the wrong kid.
It's gonna be something. So yeah, we hope you'll come back and join us for what happens next. And hey, this was episode 42. We're getting really close to like 50 episodes. I'm gonna think of something fun to do for episode 50. I'll figure it out.
Hopefully it was more fun than today's episode.
Also have to do field work this summer. Yeah, no, hopefully it'll be, well, we'll see where the story takes us. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here and decompress from all the emotions. We hope you have a good night and a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.